Hey, you. How long have you been on your phone today? Now, be honest. We used to spend hours and hours on our phone, particularly on social media, scrolling. And if you're anything like us, you've done the same thing. Now, have you ever thought about what it would be like to quit social media for a certain amount of time so that you could improve different areas of your life? Well, we actually went through that experiment and we'd like to tell you a little bit about what we saw so that maybe you can do the same thing.
So you're probably wondering why? Like, why would I want to give up social media? And I think that the why for me in particular was I noticed that I was just getting sucked in. Like, even if I just went on Instagram to do one simple task, like post something on our business story or update a cover, or like I needed the caption and to copy paste it, and I would get sucked in, and then before I knew it 20 minutes had gone by, and then I'm like, ugh, and then I would feel this like congestion in my head. I don't know how to explain it, but I just felt like so drained, like my energy had just been sucked out of my face, and it was like unpleasant, but I kept doing it, and I was like, why do I keep doing this to myself? Like, why? And then I would check my screen time, and I would be like, ugh, like I'm spending like 4.5 hours a day on my phone. And like I started thinking about all the things that I could do with that time and like put the phone down. And I was just like, you know what? Like, I've had enough. It's messing with my sleep, because I am one of those people, or I used to be one of those people who would scroll in the bed. She would already be asleep, and then I would just be up doom scrolling until I would pass out. And like that totally interrupts your sleep patterns. You can't get a good sleep with that habit. And that is what was the deciding factor for me. That's what drove that choice. Like, okay, something's got to change here because I can't keep doing this.
I can really relate because I feel like I would get sucked into Instagram in particular, and then I started
Mm-hmm.
getting sucked into TikTok a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
like near the end. But I kept getting sucked into Instagram because every time I would go on it to post something for business stuff, like I would see something, it would like catch my eye, and I would forget why I was even on the app in the first place. And I'd close down the app, go do something else, and realize, oh no, like I actually
Mm-hmm.
needed to do something on there to promote us.
Yeah.
So that was super annoying for me. I was like so sick of it kind of like taking away. I feel like it kind of took away my willpower, like in the same
Mm-hmm.
way that same and different ways that cannabis did.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Like I want to be this focused human being that I know I can be. I have a lot of drive. I have a lot of passion. Like let's just X this out for a while and see what happens.
I feel like what I noticed in the beginning stages, so like fast forward, we are at the deciding point. Okay, we want to take 30 days off. We don't want to do this anymore. And I think one of the things that I noticed within the first 24 hours was how much it was like this this like what am I even
Habit.
yeah, how like addicted I was to my phone. Like I was picking it up and opening Instagram and be like, ooh, no, like, ooh, I gotta put it down. And then I did it. I probably did it. I did it quite a bit the first 24 hours, and then gradually that kind of shifted and died off. And like the more that I kind of, because we also had like this little fun rule where it was like, okay, if you get sucked into any app, like there's no shame, but like you got to do like 10 sets of air squats or push-ups or whatever.
I did a couple sets of air squats, not gonna lie,
Mm-hmm.
especially like the first week probably, because that is like there's a wiring in our brain if you're addicted to it. I don't think I was addicted to it, but I definitely got like sucked into it, and I kind of just would go on it if I was
Mm-hmm.
bored. So there's a wiring in our brain that's like, okay, let's go to do this. So it takes time to rewire that, to reroute that. And,
Mm-hmm.
eventually we were able to do that.
So the three benefits, the major shifts that we experienced were better sleep, mental clarity, and more time for activities.
Okay, so let's dive into better sleep first. I mean, I think that this is kind of like a no-brainer, like duh. I feel like so many people talk about this, like limiting your screen time just directly correlates with your sleep. It's amazing what, even if you don't quit social media, if you don't go all in like we did for 30 days, today's our 30th day, by the way, even if you just turn off any sort of screen, you don't allow your eyes to see any screen 1 to 2 hours before bed, you'll notice a difference in your sleep.
You don't have to go all in like we do. We are like kind of extreme. Like when we commit to something, we really commit to it, and we know that that is not how everyone else operates. But you could try out maybe like 2 hours seems like, whoa, no, I can't be without my phone 2 hours before bed. But like maybe you could start off doing like half an hour or an hour or an hour and a half, like whatever works for you, and you can try to shift in and see if that works.
I know we're talking about social media, but I feel like all of the apps, the TV, like screens are all included in this. So like I'm a person that I was addicted to TV, particularly like watching it at night after work and watching it like all the way up until I fell asleep. Like I did not turn my TV off to go to sleep. Like I thought that I had to have the TV on in order to fall asleep. So maybe that's a place that you can start. Like that's what I started with a couple of years ago. I didn't think about, not having my TV on for a couple of hours before I went to bed. That would have been like absolutely not. But I did start, okay, I'm going to turn the TV off when I'm starting to like notice that I'm falling asleep. And that made a difference. So you could start even with that.
The second was mental clarity, right? Okay. So I felt like I had more brain space. Like I wasn't so bogged down by like, I don't know, you get on Instagram, which was my drug of choice, and you're just, you get into that infinite scroll where it's like somebody's eating something, somebody's working out, somebody's cooking something, and you're just like, ooh, 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 and you go down rabbit holes, and it's like this whole thing, and like you feel that energy being siphoned from you. But I feel like, I had more brain space, and it was just like I felt more creative and like more inspired and just, more expansive.
If you're like a sensitive person, if you can sense like energies and definitely like energies around electronics, like you're gonna notice a difference right away, because I didn't think that I was a person that felt like that, but I actually do. And when I spent more time away from my phone, I just noticed how much clearer I felt in this general area. It wasn't just my brain, but it was like my mind. It was the energy around my crown chakra. Like if you're spiritual, like you'll notice a difference like all through here. And then of course that creates like a total difference in your entire energetic field.
Which brings us to our third and final major shift that we experienced was more time for activities.
Yay.
And also like more quality time together. So if you have a partner or you don't, more quality time with yourself, and more quality time with like family members. Like something that we've started doing recently is going to our grandmother's house and like cooking dinner for her and like spending like sharing a meal, breaking bread together. And that's been really special because we have not laughed like that in so long, especially with Grams, and it felt really nice to like have that time to connect. And it's like you're not on your phone, you're like present, and these are memories that we're gonna cherish for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, it makes me feel like a kid again, because we were born in the 90s, so like we grew up with like dial-up internet, but like there was a time when we were kids and like there wasn't like the phones and the internet and all of this stuff, and people were just a lot more present. And honestly, there's so much beauty in that. Like as cheesy as it can sound, like there's so much beauty and so many gifts for you in the present moment. And I know sometimes it can be awkward. Like I used to feel kind of awkward being present and like connecting, but like there's beauty in that too. So like put your phone down and like eat dinner with your family or your friends or your animals and like see what happens, see what you notice. Also like more inspired ideas will come up when you're able to take time away from your phone. You typically don't get too many inspired ideas when you're just doom scrolling.
Something else that's coming to mind that has shifted for us is you had the wonderful idea, and I didn't even know this. I didn't know that you could just have your phone on airplane mode if you're connected to Wi-Fi, and you can still just like get on the internet and it works and it's fine. Like, I don't know why that never occurred to me before. You don't think to turn on airplane mode in your house. I've only ever turned that on like on an airplane.
No, your house is not an airplane. Okay, so some benefits are, if you don't already know this, your phone, it's measured like scientifically. It's not like a woo-woo thing. It's like actual reality. Your phone emits like EMFs, like not good things, not good electrical frequencies that are not really good for our bodies, our fields. Like, there have been studies, you can go look them up, but I'm pretty sure like people have linked like phones, EMFs to like cancer and stuff like that. So a benefit of turning your phone on airplane mode is that I think it's like maybe 1% of EMFs are being emitted versus like 100%, you know, are being emitted when your phone isn't on airplane mode.
Right.
I don't know what that's like when you're in the airplane, because I used to get really scared of like if I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode while we're in the air, like the plane is going to crash because of the frequencies.
Wow.
But did you ever have that?
No.
Okay.
I just think you're a square.
Just me.
And bonus points if you start sleeping with your phone outside of the room. So it's on airplane mode all day while you're in your house, you're connected to Wi-Fi. Bonus points for you taking it and placing it. We put ours in the bathroom on the countertop every night, away from us while we sleep. And that's a game changer as well. And double, triple points if you turn off your Wi-Fi router at night as well, because you don't need it when you're sleeping, right? Who needs Wi-Fi when they're sleeping?
Another big EMF emitter.
Right. That can totally disrupt your sleep patterns.
Electromagnetic frequencies.
So if you like this video, please hit the like button if you like this video, and subscribe for more videos. It really truly helps our channel, and we are so excited to continue to grow and for the audience that we have, and we love you.
We love you. As always, take what you need, leave the rest, and go love yourself.